Hey guys, Nightfall here with another XDefiant video, and Team Deathmatch is coming out tomorrow. And in the spirit of that, I thought now would be a perfect time to make a tier list of all the game modes that are currently in the game, the ones that are coming to the game that we know of that are confirmed, and a few that I want to see come to the game. Now currently we only see the ones that are in the game and Team Deathmatch, which I borrowed this icon and a few others from different COD titles, as it was the only ones that I could really find to help fit this whole pattern. My tier list may differ from yours, and that's okay. But if you disagree with me, I want to see you defend your S tier rankings in the comments below. If you think any of these that I put in F should belong higher, I want to know about it. And I want to know why. Maybe I'm sleeping on one of these game modes, who knows? But let's go ahead and get right into it. The first one up, and these are in no specific order. In fact, I think they're just the same order that they show up in the game, is Escort. Now, Escort is a familiar game mode to me because I played Overwatch prior to this game coming out, and it's a good game mode, but it's not great. And in this game, the teammates just don't do it justice. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to put this one in B tier. I think once Team Deathmatch comes out and we get more of the I need kills type of players out of these game modes, this can easily move up to A tier. Now, next up on my list is Zone Control, and Zone Control is something that I play frequently. It is by far and away my favorite game mode currently in the game, and in fact, it's the only game mode that I have a positive win-loss ratio on. So for all of those reasons, I have to put it at S. Anytime I get Zone Control, especially if it's on midway, it's a wrap. Next up we have Domination. Domination is your standard capture A, B, and C, and this gets kind of annoying and kind of boring pretty quick for me, but it's not terrible. So I'm going to reserve this for B tier. I'll play it if I have to, but it's not my go-to. Next up we have Occupy, which I think is slightly better than Domination, just because the zone moves and it keeps it kind of fresh in game. So short explanation there, we're going to move that to A tier. And last but not least, the last game mode that we currently have in the game is Hotshot. I hate this game mode. I avoid it like the fucking plague. I only have about 3 or 4 games played, and that was to get challenges done. Hands down the worst game mode, and just F tier. Come at me in the comments, I don't care. It shouldn't even be in the game. Now, you'll see that there's no other icons down here, and well, that's because they're covered, because I don't want to spoil anything. So we'll uncover these one at a time, and the first one we have is going to be the Team Deathmatch icon. Now keep in mind, I did say that I took some of these icons from previous COD titles, so forgive me. I know COD's a taboo subject around these parts, but it's all we got to work with. So Team Deathmatch, like I said, coming out tomorrow. I really don't know where to put this one. These are all going to be kind of tough because I'm going to be basing it off of 2 separate things. One, I'm going to look at how the game mode is and what I'm used to playing in other games, and trying to imagine how that's going to work in XDefiant. So for me, Team Deathmatch, it's going to be a breath of fresh air. It's going to be new. I'll probably throw it at A tier. This could change. It could go up or down depending on what maps they put in with it. I imagine it's just going to be the Domination and Occupied style maps, but we'll see. The next game mode we have listed here is going to be one that's confirmed to be coming with Season 1 on July 2nd, and that's going to be Capture the Flag. Capture the Flag holds a special place in my heart because I grew up playing Halo 2, and Capture the Flag was one of the many game modes that Halo 2 had to offer, and in my opinion, it was probably one of the more underrated ones. But I enjoyed it nonetheless, and I really think these capture the flags can work on any of the maps that we have out now. You may need to shorten some of the maps that are escort and zone control style, but I would love to play capture the flag on Times Square. That would be phenomenal. Probably not going to happen, but we'll have to see. And simply because I don't think that's going to happen, it's going to have to be at A tier. Now, if I had something in between A and S, it would go there. But I just think the current maps in the rotation, like Mayday and Liberty, they're too small for capture the flag. But then you have maps like Midway and Zoo that are probably a little too big for capture the flag. Only time will tell. The next game mode I have in here is Search and Destroy. This is another game mode that has been confirmed that they're working on. We don't have a set in stone date on when it's coming, but we know that it's coming. I'm having a tough time placing this one because Search and Destroy is a staple in every other game that's like this. But at the same time, this is a Ubisoft title, and they pull characters and even maps from Rainbow Six Siege, which the main game mode that is played over there is a Search and Destroy style game mode. In fact, it's called Bomb, which is what they confirmed that this is going to be called once it comes into this game. Now, if I wanted to play Siege, I would just go play Siege. But I don't want to play Siege right now. I want to play XDefiant. So I'm going to have to put this at C for right now. And I mean, the list can be fluid at times. We'll have to play it. You know, these game modes aren't in the game yet, so it's really hard to be able to determine where I want to put these. The next one we have is one that's not confirmed, but one that I think will eventually be added, and that's just free-for-all, regular old deathmatch. I can easily see once Team Deathmatch comes out, everybody's going to be complaining, my team sucks, this is terrible, and they're just going to want to play solo. So here comes regular deathmatch or free-for-all right on the heels of Team Deathmatch. In fact, I'd be willing to bet that we get a free-for-all or regular deathmatch before the launch of Season 1. You heard it here first. Mark my words. But with all that being said, it's going to have to go in the same boat as Team Deathmatch, and I'm going to put it at A tier. I have two more, and these are two that I'm not sure if we'll get in this game or not, but they're really fun game modes elsewhere on other games that I play, and I'd really love to see them in XDefiant. I even have a bonus one that I'll talk about at the end that's not on this tier list because I don't think it'll ever come to this game. But next up we have Gun Game. Gun Game is good in other games for so many different reasons, but putting it in this game would make a whole lot of sense. It would give you time with those weapons that you don't really ever use, and maybe you find a new favorite. Just like while everybody's on the ACR, AK-47, and MP7 meta, I stumbled across the P90 and dropped my highest kill game ever in the second game, third game with it, and with barely any attachments. And I'll have a video about that coming out sometime in the next week or so be sure to be on the lookout for that. But for now, we're going to have to put Gun Game at B. Now, I know I just hyped it up, and it would probably be a great addition, but I feel like B is a safe space for it right now, and it really all depends on how they tackle it. Will the guns have no attachments? Will they have basic attachments? Who knows? The last one I have on my list is a fan favorite from COD, and that's Infected. Now, I'll just be completely honest. I think Infected will immediately be S tier. No doubt in my mind. This game mode instills joy, fear, excitement, all in one single round. It's like playing Among Us for an entire day and then that one time you get to be the imposter. So this is definitely one that I really hope makes it into this game. And I even think that they could do a pretty cool crossover with Finka and Lion from Rainbow Six Siege a few seasons down the road, so it doesn't seem so crowded with just bringing in the GSK for season 1. Now, it's sad to say that because that means that it wouldn't be coming for about a year now, but I think they could make it work. So here's my final tier list. I'm sure a bunch of you don't agree. I'm sure there's one person out there that agrees with me, but who cares? This is just my opinion. I've heard through Discord and Twitter that everybody seems to hate zone control. I'm not sure why, but educate me in the comments. Why do you hate zone control? Or why do you love zone control? But I did say that I had one more bonus game mode that I wasn't going to throw up here on the tier list, and that's because I don't think we'll ever get it, and that is Prop Hunt. Prop Hunt is a game mode that I don't know a whole lot about, honestly. I haven't ever really played a bunch of COD titles, so I never had the opportunity to play it, but I've seen videos on it, and it looks so much fun. And in a game like XDefiant that I actually enjoy playing, I think it would be fun to bring something like that, something lighthearted and just fun to mess around with. I wouldn't even be bothered if that game mode rewarded you with no weapon XP, no player XP, just to have a fun game mode just to mess around in. But that's my take on it. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're going to have a lot of content coming out hot and heavy as we approach the release of Season 1 on July 2nd, and tons more after that. So until next time, I'm out.